This week, the boys are back. Fresh new season. We got a brand new DK Jr. Rip almost catches a home run ball at an MLB stadium. College football is back, and the NFL is coming up this week. And Rip went to Laughlin. It's a great episode. Welcome back. We missed you. Enjoy.
It's been a busy summer.
Yo, aloha. Welcome back to a brand new season of the One Star Recruits podcast, season 7. Kevin Johnson. It's our Kevin Johnson era, the mayor of Sacramento, Rip. We got a new sponsor for a new season. Homage, new sponsor. T-shirts are just our thing. We love getting the hottest T-shirts on listeners, on ourselves. In fact, Rip, stay tuned to the end of this episode. We have a very special release of this new partnership with Homage. You picked out 3 shirts for me, for your best friend, for your boy. Specifically picked them out based on our 30-year friendship. And I need some new tees for the fall, so the timing's perfectly. I'm going to unbox these bad boys at the end of the episode. So stay tuned. We'll test my boy, see if he knows what's going on. Aloha, Rip. Dude, about 2 months, homie. How are you?
It's been a minute, man. Like you said, new life into the world, new sponsor, new season. We're going season 7, right? Is that what we're doing today?
Yeah, that was the plan with all of this. We had a nice summer break kind of locked into this podcasting game for us. We knew that baby was coming for me, which it did. End of July, we knew you were going to go travel the country, a little bit of work, a little bit of podcasting, but mostly just fun with your family, fun with your kids, and some really epic things that a lot of parents talk about doing, but never have the balls to go do. And you knocked off in this 2 months. So planned and then not planned. We would have probably liked to hop in. I mean, I was ready right after DK Jr. popped out. I was ready to come hop on a pod. I had more content than I was ready. I could have probably done an hour-long special, Rip. The amount of content was going through my head. And then I entered the vortex. So all that was gone. And here we are 2 months later, we've came out. But we've came out with a bit of a new outlook on life. People say that it is true, but here I am. New outlook on life with that sense. New sponsor and kind of a new flow to the show. It's going to be conversational. We're going to pop some guests in when we can. But what you'll see more too is a lot of listeners interacting, hopping on the show, really digging into what we've all been waiting for the last 7 months now. Football, college, NFL, it's here. I always think that I can just chill a little bit on this time and live off of baseball. I got into this tennis bug a little bit, which has been really nice. I mean, nothing better than baby sleeping on my chest watching 7 hours of the US Open. Fucking great. The greatest thing ever. But now that I'm just getting a taste of some football coming back, we got some wonderful college football. We had a Ohio State Texas game. We had Archie Manning in college football. NFL, we had a big trade with Michael Parsons going to Green Bay. It's here, and I can feel it, and I need it in my life, Rip, and I need it. But it's been 2 months. You feel the same way? Did I break it down pretty well for us? The little break, see?
I think the only thing that was missing is your height and weight that you used to do at the beginning of every show. Are you done with that? What can the listeners
No,
get an
thank you.
update?
It's been a while since we did this. Still checking in at 6'1", 183, staying true. In fact, lots of compliments coming my way. We did a little photo shoot with DK Jr. about a week and a half after he was born. A lot of compliments coming back from One Stars and friends. Shoulders looking really good, DK. Fucking looking, shoulders popping out, looking good. And then there's a little picture I sent out with the kid. This is what you do with the kid. You send out pictures every now and again. But what's coming back to me is compliments. Strong dad. Somebody said strong dad mode activated, whatever that means. It's fucking strong dad. Best compliment ever. So 183, I'm feeling good. When you enter this time vortex of newborn world, it's kind of like a grieving period too. Food for you becomes less important. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're trying to keep someone alive that can't feed themselves. So food for you is down the list. So
It's down the list. I'm not able to get my Haribros at nighttime. I'm like a delicious snack for me was like an almond biscotti from Trader Joe's was the level of grub I was at. So maintain that 183. Yeah, thanks for asking though, man. I'm feeling healthy. Nothing better when you send out pics to the homies and they tell you your shoulders are looking good. I mean, the best thing would you rather hear that rip or like a cool outfit?
I think an in-person shoulder looking good comment is better than a picture, but cool outfit in a picture would top the shoulder one for me.
You would take that? Oh, I guess you were fishing for him anyway. You sent out an Oregon Ducks t-shirt to our group chat, fishing for compliments. I don't know if you got it or not. I don't think you. I wasn't gonna give you what you wanted. You know I'm an Oregon State Beavers guy, bro. You know this.
It was unfortunate too, because I think our Oregon Ducks guy Rossi was like out of the country. Maybe he couldn't see images in the text because I was looking for something more than what he gave me. That's for sure.
He didn't give you a lot. He's in Ibiza, so I don't know if you can even see straight. That man is in Ibiza, not gonna respond to your Oregon Ducks t-shirt text. Rip, back at it, my boy, Big Rip, fishing for comps. Damn good shit though. Brand new dad rip. Fuck. I mean, yeah, kid was born almost a month ago. DK Jr. His name is Desmond. Was what we ended up with. No real reason for that. Although my pops pulled it out of a name a list he wrote in the 70s, and I also went to I went to elementary school with a kid named Desmond W. I won't say his last name on the pod, his full government. Desmond W. And he was one of the coolest kids in the elementary school. Stuck with me. Not why we named him that fully, but it fits. So we got Desi, Dez, Big Dez, the fat dude on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Desmond just got cut. They're calling him Big Dez, so I started calling my kid Big Dez. But for the pod and for one stars out there, this is DK Jr. So dude has arrived. He's a 10-pound potato ball rip with full of poop and milk and burps and pee and more poop. But he is here, man. Everything everybody said. He's cute as a button. Kimmy's a little disappointed. Not disappointed, but the second he came out, this baby came on out, got plopped on wifey's body. She took a look. 3 seconds later, she turns her head and she said, "This is a DK." This kid got all of my genes, Rip. I don't know if there's an iota of Italiano in this poor boy quite yet. We're hoping his hair stays Italian. Hopefully his swag level stays Italian. His level of authentic energy and hand signals stays Italian. But for all intensive purposes, this dude is my doppel we have here. So stay tuned if you like me. We got another one of these brewing. She's in love. She loves it, but it was the very first thing that was said was, "Holy shit, this is your genes going on."
Well, the good news for her, I think I've seen pictures. I agree. He looks a lot like you, for fortunately or unfortunately for her. But the good news for her is that 90% of babies look basically like aliens when they're newborns, and then they change over time. So I think DK Jr. is going to morph a little into that Italian side with the darker features and look more like your wife in the future. Hopefully for him. Because geez, we don't need another.
Yeah, let's get some olive skin. Let's hope that jaw line protrudes a little bit. Right now, it's looking in quite a bit. You don't want it like Pops, where I have to grow this fake beard so nobody sees my little itty bitty inner chin. Hopefully, some of those kick in. But he's happy, baby. Mama's happy. Came home pretty quickly, and we've been doing our damn thing, dude. Actually, let's talk about entering the vortex. This is just a world that nobody explains fully to you, and you don't get it until you get in there. You think you're going to hop in that hospital when you go to get induced. So we got induced about a week before he was due. And when you go get induced, you roll into that hospital. You got your roller bags ready. I got my pillow and my blanket that the one stars recommended that I take. They hit you with that first triage appointment and make you feel like things are on and popping. It's like you feel like you want checked into a hotel. You're about to go drop off your bags, go down to the pool, have a little bit of food, get back to your room, and that's it. You feel like you're just here for the thing, and it's on. It's on. You know what I mean? No, no, no. You have just stepped the first iota into the vortex. This vortex is just this area of time in labor and delivery when you lose all sense of time of day, where you are. You've entered this new land where nothing matters. Night, morning, uh, lunch, dinner, nothing fucking matters anymore. So it's really an interesting space, and nobody kind of breaks that down for you. That like just be prepared to enter a dark world where you don't know what the fuck's going on, and then you enter this alien land of like nurses and doctors becoming your cohabitants for the 4 days, 5 days that we were there. Is this making sense, Rip? Are you understanding the vortex when you step into L&D, that labor and delivery?
Oh yeah, I think those memories are going to be stuck with you for life. There's nothing else like it.
It's a blackout mode type situation when you get in there. But the hospital experience was 5 stars. Moved us over into our room. We had a room with a damn view. One beautiful place, Hillsboro, Oregon, home of Nike out there, Rip. Everything's very nice. Very like as far as what I was thinking for a delivery room, I thought I was going to be in a room with other human beings. I don't even know why. I thought we would be bedded up like, I don't know. That's my hospital vision. Like we're sitting in World War II hospital. I don't know why I thought that, but it was a beautiful suite with a wonderful bathroom. I had a view of the local shopping center to my right. Very ecstatic about the room situation. Even the sleeping couch slash chair that everybody talks shit on wasn't that bad. It has this pillow that felt folded over that became a bed that was just actually quite lovely. I don't know why everybody's hating on the damn sleeping situations for the males. Who cares about that though? Nurses for fucking 5 stars. Amazing nurses. You don't realize how important they are to the game. The doctors just flow in. The anesthesiologist pops in, says his little jokes, does his little things. 15 minutes, bang bang, collects his 35,000 out the door. These nurses are chilling, wiping butts, making food, getting water. How about those water bottles they gave you, Rip, with the straw? You still got those?
I think we had water fountains. I don't think we had those
Oh,
back in
you
my
might have been
day.
one of the hospitals where they line you up all together. You might not have been in one of the suited hospitals like I was doing. But the nurses, man, really good. In fact, for all the 1 stars out there, side note, could be a great place to pick up single women, these nurses from the hospitals in particular. What I can tell, I could be wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong. They seem to be very caring, endearing women, good looking, and they all just hang out with each other. All there's a lot of time in the vortex of labor and delivery. There's like this action time of like births and stuff. I think they birth like 2 to 5 babies a night or whatever the numbers is, maybe 9 a day. I don't know what their numbers they're doing, but there's lots of times where they're just chilling with each other. Actually, in fact, funny story. I felt like a BMOC, big man on campus, a little bit, I guess, within day two. So you do the walk by all the nurse station, go get the food, go get the stuff, come back. Day two, I guess I looked exactly like one of the nurses' husbands. So by day two, I would walk by and they would hit me with like, "Hey, it's Blair's husband," and they would all giggle and laugh. I'm not sure if I'm just out of the game long enough. It made me feel really great. I'm not sure why, but I'll take being fucking Blair's husband, Josh. Maybe it was new dad energy for me. Felt wonderful. Took the compliment with full thanks. Side note though, single 1 star listeners and Nick B, Washburn, are single guys, hospital nurses. Is this a wrong read? Rip, is this a correct read or a wrong read? It's hard for me to tell. I have this new dad energy, so I think women are attracted to me naturally.
Did they have wedding rings on? That's usually a good indicator.
Blair's husband, Blair, in there, but it sounded like, they liked Blair's husband. He looked good, I guess. I think.
Did you talk about Hoka's? Because I know that's the shoe of choice with
I
nurses.
brought up shoes. It was it's a Nike town. It's literally in Nike area. So a lot of Nikes and then a lot of ons. A lot of running on shoes. Hoka's are kind of on the out and out, is my read from this particular hospital. But this new dad energy is pretty real. It has you perked up, as you know, it has all your senses perked up. You're on look for danger. You don't want cars. You're looking at all things. But people around you can sense this energy, and women in particular, I think, can sense it more so. I can smell it on you. You know, popped out. Rip, I'll tell you, dude. Like I just popped out to grab an acai bowl down at that shopping center I mentioned with the view, and a song was playing, a little Shabuzi song. Good News was playing through that little outdoor speaker. Little tear came to my eye. New dad energy. Maybe I'm crazy. Now I'm hearing Shabuzi in a completely different way. Okay, good news. Good news is hitting me differently. Looking like Blair's husband, who hopefully is just a tennis player, very athletic hiker. Hopefully, that's what I'm thinking. Getting positive attention all around, feeling good. New dad energy is flowing all through me, man. It's one of these whole experiences through that week mixed in with a really good hospital stay. I wish I was coming on here and I could talk some more shit. To be honest with you, there's a couple things I could talk some shit about. The food menus are really trash at the hospital. By far, the number one draft pick in the food draft at the hospital was the chicken quesadilla. We went back to that one a couple times. We tried a burger, tried a chicken sandwich. I don't even know if they're trying there. What was your food? What was your number one draft pick, Rip, in your hospital food menu?
I think their cheeseburger was actually pretty good. I'm always down for a hospital cheeseburger.
Hospital cheeseburgers are they're like elementary when they wrap it just in that aluminum and it's got the outsides that are perforated a little bit, so it's not a clean patty, it's perforated. Tastes a little bit gamey. Yeah, they suck. The thing is, if you ketchup and mustard those enough, they're fine. Same thing with the quesadilla though. You can't really fuck that up that bad. So we went back to the well there. I like to talk shit a little bit there, but I can't, food menu is okay. We had that damn shopping center next to us, which was, I loved it. We had, although a little disappointed now that I'm thinking about it. Here's my major disappointment. Number one thing I wish I did. There was a PF Chang's, which I haven't been to in 15 years. Apparently it's lost a lot of popularity. Have you heard this?
I haven't had PF Chang's in probably 7 years.
7 years. So you're off it too, but you loved it. We used to do double date night back in the day with it at PF Chang's. You remember? We used to like PF Chang's. Mungo beef, lettuce wraps, hot and sour soup. Delicious.
I think when I discovered they cook everything in peanut oil, and I'm deathly allergic to peanuts, is when I had to stop.
Doesn't you? Debbie Downer. Well, fuck you then, Rip. Me and Mark Davis will go there. That's his favorite restaurant. You know that? Mark Davis, Raiders owner's number one top favorite restaurant, PF Chang's, and he likes to sit at the bar. So if you're in Vegas at the PF Chang's over by Allegiant Stadium, you will find Mark Davis at the bar eating lettuce wraps with his haircut. And me too. It was my biggest miss. I wish I would have gotten it. I did a couple other food places along the way, but every time I felt sad not going. This was my opportunity to PF Chang's, to take out PF Chang's. I thought I would be a hero. Zero people in the hospital on my family side or the hospital side thought that was a good idea at all. And I don't know why I'm disappointed there. That's only negative I got, Rip. But the baby's doing baby things. My body is doing some weird adjusting that first kind of week of coming back to the house. I'm not sure that this happened to you, but because of the time, I think the nerves, the newness of this new thing coming into the life in the house, and maybe possibly the phase of adjusting heavy into the early mornings, Rip, had my body doing crazy farts, especially in the morning. I remember when I used to do workouts at 5 a.m. That would be a dangerous time to work out with a personal trainer, because if I did a squat or a pull or a leg kind of thing, I was farting right in the face of the trainer. He was getting a fart in the face that early morning. Dude, with this baby popping up at 2, you think everything's chill with your body. Your body doesn't understand why you're up, and it starts doing some crazy, crazy farts. Am I nuts about this? Were you getting nutty farts with the early morning wake ups and your body changing?
You should start wearing diapers in solidarity with little Des. I think that might solve the problem.
And wifey. I think she's off them a couple weeks ago, but she's on them diapers too. You gotta stick with it. Yeah, my body was a little messed up, dude. They set you up in the middle of the night. I'm on this night shift, baby night shift, which nobody really sets you up for success with. You just got to figure that shit out. You told me about it. You got to figure it out. My body's doing weird things. My lower GI's doing just these smelly long farts that are funny, but also smelly that I don't know. I don't want the baby smelling farts this soon, but also funny. And then you got to soothe this baby. The first couple weeks, he's figuring out breast milk. We're figuring out getting if different kinds of food and sleep in his body. Nobody knows what's going on. And the worst part, dude, the very worst part is you get armed with zero tools. Actually, here's the soothing tools of a baby that you get. I will tell you these, Rip, and I will rank them from best to least. Number one, the king of kings, the king of the castle, the milkman. Milk is easily king. Agreed? Milk, king. The Texas Tejas, titties, king. Number one, milk, the best tool that you have in the game. Correct, Rip? Agree?
Nothing beats it.
Number one by far. Number two, the pacifier, the passy. They hit you one right when you get off the hospital, these little green ones with it. And then they tell you don't use it all the time, but here you go. Depends on the kid, but this sometimes can trick the baby, sometimes long enough for him to chill out for a couple minutes and do a crash out, right, Rep? Usually he fucking hates it though. I think the pacifier grows on him, but the disconnect and the downfall from milk to pacifier is a pretty big fall off and successful tool. Like if this was a video game, we've gone from like the best gun the pacifier is just not it. Milk still king, pacifier is the queen. Number three, this is yours, bro. This is the only advice my boy Rip gave me, really. White noise machines and the shushing machines. Pretty good, but also very spotty. Like the vibe, the mood, everything has to be on point for those to be successful. Sometimes they do work though. I understand the consistency of white noise and I get that a lot. By far, I get it. However, the consistency of these two things are not putting it in it's third in the tools of soothing babies. The worst one, and this is the one that Kimmy most often arms me with. This is what I get at 2 a.m. when baby's going wild. Just use your voice. That's what she says. Just use your Rip. Like I said, if this was an RPG game, your voice would be hand-to-hand combat button that you accidentally hit when you're looking for your milk gun. You know what I mean? All of a sudden you're in there doing the hand. Use your voice. Holy shit, does that not work at all for your boy? And that's it. Those are the tools that you're dealt for this video game of newborn for the first week. I figured a couple more things out. I'm going to talk about them towards the end here. My rec of the week is actually something very slept on that I wish more humans would tell me about. But milk, pacifier, white noise machines, your voice, your only tools in soothing. Correct, Rip? What am I missing?
It's funny she says your voice because I'm sure her voice soothes the
Her
hell
voice,
out of
that's why she don't get it. I'm like, oh yeah, you can. For me, he thinks it's some ogre mumbler. He's not terrified of it, but he's not soothing.
You try to play some 1-star episodes on there of your monologues, just for 5-minute monologues on 1-star, and just see what he thinks of your voice.
Oh, just maybe that's the next step. He's getting my voice, but I'm less of a, if we want to, the way we're communicating right now, the best way that I got little DK Jr. to chill with me, I hit him with some beats. I hit him with beats. He hits me with a couple fucking little noises back. We do our thing. We move on. Your boy's just a body here, Rip. Okay. Use your voice. My wife says, get out of here. Use your voice. Unbelievable. Enough about me though, bro. Rip, you've been all over the damn country. Like I said, some for 1-star stuff, some for some family travel. I mean, where do we start? We want to start on your baseball tour.
Yeah, that was our big summer vacation. We went to the beautiful state of Missouri, St. Louis, Kansas City, Busch Stadium, Kauffman Stadium, legendary stadiums in MLB. It was a great trip. It was really hot. It was unseasonably hot for Missouri. 98 degrees, DK, plus like 90% humidity. It was
I don't think of
awful.
Kansas City as Missouri, St. Louis. I do. Kansas City is Missouri. I want to say it's in Kansas, but it's not. What city did you start in?
We flew into St. Louis, took in a Cardinals game, stayed right near the Arch, which I don't even really understand the purpose of the Arch. It's
1 to 5 stars. 1 to 5 stars on the Arch.
I gotta say 2. I mean, it's cool to look at for like 2 minutes, and then you're just like, why is this thing here? What's the symbolism of it? Maybe I need to read some of those plaques. I'm sure we're gonna get all kinds of heat.
There's some
from
history
our St. Louis
behind
listeners
it
for this.
Yeah. I think it's one of the damn. I'm not looking this up. Winston, you want to pull? I don't even care. Winston, leave it. I think it has something to do with the fairs. What are those old fairs used to be? Like the one in New York City when the Statue of Liberty came. What's it called?
The World's
big
Fair.
World's Fair, Rip. The World's Fair. My instinct is it has something to do with the World's Fair, but easily a 2-star. Who would win in a battle? The Bean in Chicago or the Arc in St. Louis? 1-on-1, 1v1.
I think the bean, but only because it's so photogenic. Like you can actually back up the person taking the picture and get the bean. I don't think you can possibly get the arch in one picture. It's so goddamn big.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Tight for the kids though, I guess, to see it. They seen it, they did it. How was the hotel stay? You do a motel, a hotel, or you do luxury travel?
We're at a Marriott in St. Louis, big Marriott right by the river, walking distance to Busch Stadium. So that whole area, it was not. I mean, we didn't spend a ton of time outside because it was so goddamn hot, but the hotel was nice, man. It was it's a nice little downtown. I was there
Some
20
left.
years ago for a Rams game when the Rams were still there, and downtown seemed very unsafe back then. But I think they've done a lot to clean it up, develop it, and clean it up.
Greatest show on turf. Shout out to Kurt Warner, whose kid, by the way, is a starting quarterback for Fresno State. If you want to feel old, there you go. Well, St. Louis, good shit. So you meandered over to Busch Stadium, which somewhere I've always wanted to be, one of the kind of legendary Midwest stadiums. How were your seats? How was the food?
We bought tickets about 6 months ago because my kid is in love with Aaron Judge. The Cardinals were playing the Yankees, so we bought tickets right in right field, front row, thinking we'd be like 10 feet from Aaron Judge. Unfortunately, he got hurt about a month ago, and he's only DHing, so he's not playing the field. So instead of Aaron Judge, we got Jose Caballero,
Oh,
which we all
Caballero
know.
with a little jazz chism. Nice.
Yeah, so but it was good. I mean, front row there, like you said in the preview to this episode, it was a national TV game, and if you freeze the frame about 2 hours and 17 minutes in, you'll see your boy, your bald headed boy right here, come about five
Yeah,
feet from a home run ball.
I love that. Let's get that posted on social so everybody can see it. It's really hard to see. Our guy Annika, the Shooting Two podcast, actually was at a bar and did see you and recognized uh, the situation, but did not know that was you. Just kind of give me the 25-second walkthrough. Who was at bat? Where did the ball come off? When did you recognize you might have a play on the ball?
We were in the front row, and there was a lefty up. His name's Ryan McMahon. Actually got traded from Colorado to the Yankees right at the trade deadline. He I think he has about 17 home runs, but hadn't hit one for the Yankees yet. But the ball was flying that day. I think there'd already been 5 home runs hit in that game, mostly by
So did you
right-handers.
talk to the kids like we might get one coming to us? You thought the wind was going right in the right waves.
Yeah, my older son, he kept taking his glove off, and so when that guy came up, I said, "Be ready, get your glove on." And sure enough, he just ropes one out there, right in our direct, right in front of my son, like right in front of his seat. I mean, he would have had to reach down like 15 feet because it was pretty far
So
down.
ball
But
comes out the bat. It's a rope. It's a line driver. You pop up or you're already up. And at what point in time does your brain think play on the ball?
oh, right away. I mean, I could see it headed toward us. I didn't know if it was gonna be over our head or right at us, but I could see it on a line right to us, and I knew that thing was screaming probably 95 miles an hour. So I didn't have the glove on. I stuck my left hand out and basically in desperation. Like I said, it was like 5 feet under my
Yeah,
hand.
it's very one star. When you look at it on tape and we'll post it on social, you weren't even close at all. But it must have felt, you must have been able to feel the energy of the ball in your head. You must have thought you were closer.
I got closer than the right fielder. That guy just slammed into the wall. Like
Big
I don't even think he
slam.
saw the wall. It was pretty brutal. But yeah, he nobody caught it. It was gone, and I think it bounced back on the field.
You getting any respect in the stands out there for going for it at least? Any other fans give you a nice try?
Yeah, we were all looking it up on Twitter right away to kind of see because the row behind me they were trying to get it too, but I think I was closer than anyone to it.
So let's go. Best thing you ate there.
We didn't really eat a lot at the stadium. We had some. They have this whole DraftKings, FanDuel like betting area outside the stadium, which I know a lot of stadiums have now. It's almost like a Vegas like sports book with 100 TVs. We had a pizza there that was really good. St. Louis not known for pizza, but one of the only things our kids will eat consistently is cheese pizza. They had really good crust at this place.
Not an eater, obviously, Rip. There's some really good food on the menu. I'm not even going to list them out. Winston sent me some food that they serve at Busch Stadium, but we'll move on to the wonderful Kauffman Stadium. Uh, Same deal, Rip. Day game or night game at Kauffman. See the Royals play.
Yeah, Kaufman was a little different because the Cardinals game was a Saturday night against the Yankees, so big game, national TV. Kaufman was a Monday night, the day that school started in Kansas City. Monday night game against the Rangers. So it was actually pretty empty. But we had again, we got front row there, splurge $40 tickets for front row in Kansas City, unbeatable, man. $40 tickets. They have the best kid zone, I think, in MLB. They have a whole section in the outfield. They have mini golf. They have speed pitch, running the 40. They got a batting cage. So basically, all you can do for $10, a $10 wristband. So I think we were out there for half the game. My kids love that area.
Kids love that. I mean, I think San Diego wants to hold their beer with Petco Park. They have an entire area for kids when you walk up. I think Oracle in San Francisco has all these things you named, and it's also on the water. And you can also eat Dungeness crab in the kids area. So they probably say, "Hold my beer" for best rip. Real quick to go best over there. But dude, I know the kids love those things. Great way to burn energy. My best memories of going to a lot of stadiums, and when I say stadiums, I'm talking to Phoenix Firebirds in Scottsdale, Arizona, was going over to the pitch machine. I mean, I don't remember any of the damn baseball. Thank God they got your bald headed stretching out on TV trying to make Superman plays, unlocking core memories. How about these core memories? Let me ask you this, Rip. Now that I got a kiddo, what age do you what age do you think core memories start to stick, I guess? I remember a handful of trips that I took. One in particular for me that stands out in my memories, I think back, is to Coronado Island. I got a Plan B skateboard, so that was huge. I remember how the ocean smelled in Coronado coming from Arizona. That was the first time that I really remember smelling the ocean. We stayed at a timeshare, which was tight. I had a ping pong table. Look at this. My memories coming back up. We walked over to the Hotel Del Coronado because we were staying at our cheapy timeshare, but we walked to the Hotel Del Coronado. Beautiful property. A Marriott property, by the way, Rip. Actually, Rip, dude, while I'm here, I need some support. Kimmy is 4 years away from unlocking the 25-year work for a company, and you get the free perk to stay anywhere in the world for free with Marriott hotels. Now that she's doing mom life and momming, she's starting to waver on our master plans here. Give her, go ahead. She listens to the pod sometimes. Just help me be on my team while we just got 4 more years. It's important to get to that free hotel stay.
Are you trying to get to the fact that you're trying to say the kid's not going to remember anything from these 4 years, so she might as well go back to
Yes,
work?
I hope so. Thank you for tying that together. I don't think core memories start until 6, 7, 8. My trip to Coronado was age 7. I just listed off Jemmy gems. Okay. Before that, I remember maybe a tractor, a couple petting zoos. Nothing sticks though. You know what I mean? So the 4 more years, bang, 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 free hotels. The world's changing. You got to be on my, come on, Rep. You got to be with me on this one.
I mean, it depends on your situation. Like in an ideal world, I think every mom should be able to stay at home with their kid because you want daycare workers raising your kid from 0 to 4, or do
Nah,
you want
DK Jr. and DK combo. Me and a kid.
exactly? Do you want Kimmy raising him or you? So yeah, I think that you just sold the argument right there.
When do you
But
think core memories lock in? You think 6?
yeah, I think it's probably 5 or 6. But I don't know what you call them, but there's a bunch of memories and internal mechanisms that aren't core memories that are shaped from 0 to 4.
Give
So
me your core memory. I know you're going to say eating Entenmann's because you weren't traveling the world like I was. But give me your core memory, Rep. Age 6. What hits you?
yeah, no, I think mine was age 5 on a road trip from Pennsylvania down to Disney World in Florida. I threw my sister's like beloved stuffed teddy bear out the window on I-95 and just watching my dad run
Oh,
across like 4 lanes
Jesus.
of traffic to rescue that thing.
The serial killer behavior.
Yeah, so I mean that's the kind of thing that sticks with you forever.
And core memory unlocked reverse. Oh, it's good. That's good. So we're on the same page. That was a tangent. Whatever. Anyway, and well, I don't even know why I got there. I was thinking as I was talking, you were talking baseball. I wanted to tell you that the if you do 9 years of Major League Baseball players, if you do 9 years, you hit that 9 year mark. You're a major perk that they get is they can walk up to any MLB stadium in the country show their ID. They're on a list, and they get 2 of the best tickets available in the building that night. I think that's pretty cool. I want to do that with hotels. That's why I thought of it.
Where are you going if you get the free trip? The Maldives?
Anywhere in the world. I mean, as if I want to take a road trip down to Salt Lake City and watch the Jazz play the Suns in Salt Lake City, I'm going to stay at a Residence Inn for free. And then if I want to go out to take a trip to Iceland, I got a Moxie by Marriott in Reykjavik for free.
Oh,
Anywhere.
it's a lifetime thing. It's not just a one-time trip.
Lifetime thing. The only caveat is it's based on availability. So if the hotel's sold out, obviously it's not there. So the hotels can turn it on and turn it off. So there, I might get into the game. I might think that I have it made, and then none of the hotels turn on their free hotel stay program, and it could be stupid. But the same thing with the baseball players. What if the only baseball game you want to go to is Yankees games and they're sold out every night?
Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work if that's the case.
Nah, shit don't work. Anyway, well, good to our Rip. Wonderful core memories with the kiddos. A lot of dads, families, people talk about doing the baseball tours to obscure cities, Midwest cities in particular, East Coast cities. You're actually doing it. So 5-star hand clap, great dad move. I'm very proud of you, bro. It's wonderful to actually execute on these things because a lot of people are hot air. Talk a big game. I want to take my kid to an Eagles game. No. Hell no. Get out there and at the Arc with some cotton candy. Kids about to shit their pants. Drag them over to Busch Stadium. We're watching some baseball. Well done, Rip. I got to talk about Laughlin a little bit, and we'll move into football, and we'll start to wrap this thing up a little bit because I know I was long-winded with the kids stuff. But shit, it's been 2 months, Rip. You did it again. NFL season's coming up. Our fantasy draft every year. We try to get into person. The last 2 years, we have gone to the terrible city of Laughlin, Nevada. So terrible that I decided I'm one and done. I will never go back. So this was the year that I never went back. You went back. Go ahead. 1 to 5 stars, Rip. How's your favorite city of Laughlin doing?
It's funny you say you'll never go back because we got an awful lot of text over the weekend from you. It seemed like a little bit of FOMO for coming from you, who's been cooped up in the house for a month.
It was a lot of laughs, man. It's a lot of laughs. I just wish you guys would choose a nice, temperate, safe place.
Well, Laughlin is not any of those, but it is cheap. It is deserted. It's hard to get to. It's isolated, and it's very hot. It was 108 degrees, but it was 1 to 5 stars. I'd give it a 4. I mean, there's a whole handful of us. Basically, everyone that ever enters the city limits says, "This is my last trip here. I'll never come back." But then something about that little dumb town keeps pulling people back. So
pulls you back, and our guy Assblood back. Just say check mark or no check mark. Bikini Bay.
Check.
In-N-Out Burger.
No check.
Gambling and winning $250 or more.
No check.
Taking a 2-foot long deuce in the toilet and taking a picture of it.
Check by someone in our crew.
And last but not least, animals, bug beds, or anything found in the beds that are not normal.
No check. There was a bunch of like soot on the air conditioner that looked like it'd been there for 2 years. But in the beds were actually fairly nice at the Golden Nugget this time.
Let's go. I want to talk a little bit quick NFL. We're going to do just our 3 hot takes, our 3 stupid predictions that we do this every year. We're 1 stars. We throw them into the universe. Fantasy is here. This year, Rip, I'm in 3 drafts. Actually, I'll be real quick on this one, but I've now figured out after doing this for 21 years, this fantasy football world, I'm in 3 different leagues this year with 3 different rules. And now I know for sure 100% which one I like the best. Are you curious at all in this conversation, or do you want me to punt on it?
It better be the league you've been in for 21 years.
It's not. Dude, so I'm in a keeper league. It's a standard keeper league. This is my first time in a keeper league. We claimed our keepers the night before. The game plan for this particular draft was easy to execute. I felt more prepared, obviously, because I already had a foundation on my team. So that makes perfect sense. But it just made it an easier flow of the draft. And I feel like I have a much better team in this environment. And it's something that I can plan for in the offseason and work through in the offseason a little bit more than this just pick whatever. The keepers for me in this league were Brock Bowers, who I got in the 9th round last year, and Kyron the Siren, former 1-star Williams, who I got in the 8th round. So I got really good keepers, I think, too, that I got good value for. So the keeper league. Number 2, our league, which is a standard PPR league, pretty standard as it comes. The only difference is that players might be a little bit smarter in this league than my other leagues. Heavy Shitters, for example, who I respect a lot, really loves RB1s. And in this last draft with him, that statement in the chat ruined my entire draft. I watched him work. He then said that statement. I then looked at what I was doing. I had a roster of 0 RB1s, and I got into my own head and I messed everything up. People are just smarter in our league, Rip. And I think that's the consistency of the folks.
What was the statement in the draft? I didn't see any draft chat this time. What was
the draft chat? Was the Heavy Shitters? Heavy Shitters grabbed. I don't have his roster up right now. Winston, you want to pull up Heavy Shitters roster? Rip, if you could read me the RB1s he has up. He picked up somebody, and I just said, "Damn, grabbing all the RB1s." And he said, "I love RB1s." At that point in time, I was like, "Damn, I like RB1s too," and I don't have any. And then I was fucked. It was like a tennis match. He was in my head, self-influenced. Before you know it, I've got Will Shipley. I've got fucking I've got more handcuffs than I need, and I got 0 starters.
His first 3 picks were Christian McCaffrey, Bucky Irving, and James Conner. Very good first 3 picks, but then the problem is his wide receivers are Jackson Smith and Jigba, Tetorara McMillan,
risky,
and I think Matthew Golden. So hey, I mean, you never know. You never know until the end.
Yeah, it's risk reward, but RB1s. It just got in my head. He could be right, he could be wrong. Who knows? But he had a plan. It's just a little bit more gameplay at this level of things. So I like it, but it's pretty standard PPR, not a keeper. Third one, I was called in last minute out of the bullpen, like. Who's your guy? Like Carlos Estevez, Rip, to join this league. This I got called in literally a week and a half ago. They've been at it for 20 years. The draft is set up funky as hell. The draft day is actually coming up tonight at 7, so we haven't drafted yet. But you have to draft a specific lineup, including your bench. Have you heard of this before?
No.
So you have to draft 2 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 6 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 2 kickers, and 2 defenses. Then after the draft, you can shape your team however you want, but you only have 12 ad drops throughout the entire year, so you can't go crazy. And then you start the same starters that we would start normally. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 kicker, 1 defense. So that's fucking weird. I haven't even seen that or participated yet. So of those 3, which I just broke down, by far, I love the keeper, dude. It's way better. And I want to just throw it out there for our league, Rip, next year that we put some thought into throwing out a vote to do a keeper. I think it extends the offseason, makes things a little bit funner, and doesn't keep the draft as open for guys like Heavy Shitters to take all the RB1s.
It's a whole different strategy. I've been in baseball keeper leagues in the past. The one that really intrigues me is a newer model. I think it's been around for about 5 years, is the Guillotine League, where basically the lowest score of the week, you have a full draft, but the lowest score of the week gets cut. They're done. They're done for the year. You cut them off, and then their players go back into some sort of draft or free agent pool. So basically the last man standing wins the league in the last week of the season. So
it's like
I'm intrigued by those.
Yeah, it's like Uno fantasy football. I think that's good too. Maybe we get a 1-star in that. Yeah, all different ones. But sign me up, put it in the rafters. For me, the other 2, because I'm team keeper. I really enjoy it. That's my fantasy football take. I ended up with 7th pick in a lot of drafts. Justin Jefferson fell my way in 2 of my 3 drafts so far. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'm a little bit nervous about JJ McCarthy, but I don't see why Justin Jefferson can't beat Jamar Chase. Oh yeah, Joe Burrow. But I still, in my head, think that they are equal. Am I completely off in that, Rip? Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, same points this year when it's all said and done?
Ooh, I'd say Jamar, like you said, just because that offense that he's in. I mean, no one has any faith or clue about JJ McCarthy yet, so we'll see.
Everybody hates him. It's terrible. I got him on my bench too, sitting at the bottom just in case he becomes something special, but I don't think so. He's not in my NFL preseason hot takes. I'll tell you that much, Rip. NFL preseason hot takes. We'll just get a couple out here so we can have them on the books, Rip. I'll kick us off with number 1. The Bears. The Bears running back, Rashawn Johnson, will be a top 5 player in rushing TDs. Rip, hear me out. The Bears got a revamped offense. If it clicks, Johnson's going to get a lot of goal line work. And I can see this guy. I can see the Bears on a lot of 2-yard, 1-yard goal line things happening here with this team. A little bit reminiscent of kind of like a 2022 Jamal Williams type thing. Rashawn Johnson will be top 5 player in rushing TDs. What do you have? Give me one.
Absolutely not. There's a guy on my bench named Kyle Monangai who was a 7th-round pick for the Bears.
Practice squad guy after week 3, Rip.
I don't know, buddy. He's going to be. Have you seen this guy? He looks like
one guy went to
an automatic
Texas and
touchdown.
played real. One guy went to Texas and played real football. One guy went to Bethune-Cookman, and that's the guy you're telling me about.
Thumbs down on Roschon Johnson.
Give me a hot take.
The best hot take I've heard, not my own, but it's so good I have to steal it, is that Jackson Dart will end up the season as a top 10 quarterback. Jackson Dart. News out today is he's named number 2 behind Russell Wilson on the Giants depth chart. So past Jameis Winston already. Russell Wilson's probably about 16 quarters from getting completely benched. Jackson Dart, good runner, good passer, rookie, charismatic, could end up in the top 10 in fantasy quarterback.
He could get him on your bench. I'll stick with the Giants for our guy Mermelstein in New Jersey. The New York Football Giants, Rip, that defense will dominate in sacks this year. A lot of people struggle them. A lot of people think they're going to struggle offensively, but this defense is quietly putting together a very fierce line of pass rushers. Rip, Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, obviously Thibodeau. How do you say his name, Rip? He's not the coach of the Knicks, but he's a beast and he's ready to shine. This is his season. I think he's going to be maybe defensive player of the year sleeper too, if you want to put a little bit of future money on that. But the New York Giants, I think, will lead the league in sacks, Rip.
Well, I don't see their defense on your bench. You know, sacks lead to turnovers, which lead to fantasy points. So you better pick those guys up.
Pick those dudes up. Fantasy-wise, just a couple guys to keep your eyes on, whether I got him or I didn't. I like Rome Odunze on the Bears. This is year 2. Let's thrive, Rome. Washington guys stand up. Ricky Pearsall, back from being shot last year, has looked very good in the preseason. Brock Purdy still lets that thing rip a little bit. So Ricky Pearsall, probably get good value for him. He ended the season really strong, and he looks crisp. That's the word for Ricky. Crisp, okay? Running backs, Rip. Everybody knows about Omarion Hampton. I think you missed on him. Everybody knows on Genty, on the Raiders. Trayvon Henderson, though. I don't know how many folks are talking about him on the Patriots. This is a guy who has the best pass catching skills. So PPR folks. Drake May is going to look to get out of situations a lot. This dude's going to help him a lot. Trayvon Henderson. Did you get him on your roster, Rip?
I think our guy Assblood, comedian Adam Lamb, got Trayvon and Hampton. He's going.
He did.
His 2 top running backs are rookies, rookie sensations that could take it to the house anytime they touch the ball.
Yeah, they're going to be really good, man. They're going to be really good. Another name, this is a little wishful thinking, but also just this is his year. I like the year 2 bump in these guys. Marvin Harrison Jr. It's time. The Cardinals are kind of like the hipster selection of experts to win this division. They're kind of a sleeper team. A lot of you want to be cool, you pick the Cardinals because the defense is legit. Defense is legit. They're flying around. But offense has to get going. I know Kyler Murray. I know. But Marvin Harrison Jr., he's bigger, stronger, faster. And rookie season could we can throw that one out the window, hopefully. Move into season 2 and try to stabilize this offense a little bit. Keep an eye on him. Any players, Rip, that you love that you want to throw out fantasy-wise for people who haven't drafted or somebody that just is going to be the guy?
I mean, I'm really into taking handcuffs, backups. Like, for instance, I think with some of my last picks, I got Brian Robinson Jr. and Tyre Algier, 2 of the best fantasy handcuffs in the business. If McCaffrey or Bijan goes down, like, those guys are going to be the starters, be a RB1, basically RB2. So I like just stashing those guys on my bench and waiting to see what happens. It could be meaningless. Those guys could play the whole year without getting hurt, but chances are with guys like McCaffrey, they're going to miss a few games here and there. So just the handcuffs I'm in the handcuff business, DK.
That one too. Get yourself some Will Shipley too. If Saquon's out by week 3, you're going to see a lot of Will Shipley for the Philadelphia Eagles. We're back, baby. 1-star moments of the week. Everybody has them. We talk about them. I'll kick us off, Rip. 1-star moment for me. I had a lot because I had the new kid and things are happening. But this moment happened 2 weeks ago. I had a Samsung TV in my downstairs den start on fire and smoked on me. Fire and smoke on my fucking TV. I had a couple free hours to come down to the studio to watch a little bit of US Open, do some laundry, just a cup like some alone time. I was ecstatic. I flip on the Samsung. I hear a flickering and a tickering, and then fucking sparks, dude. Sparks shoot up out of the bottom of the TV, which was the fire that I mentioned. Then a whole bunch of light gray smoke started dropping from the lower middle part of the TV. Smoke all over the place. And I was fucking nervous. I panicked. I completely panicked. I unplugged everything, which sparked. When I unplugged it, another spark and a thing, and I fucking panicked. Now I have this kid. I got like 6 relatives upstairs. I'm thinking about the fire. Oh, by the way, I have an update on the Hawaii rebuild from that fire, but I still have some PTSD from all that. This fucking TV is smoking down here. I pull the speaker away from the TV. I get all the cords out of the way. It scared the shit out of me. I lost my damn home in a fire, Rip, like I said, but I got it out and I just got the smoke out of the room and panicked. And it was just the 1-star moment. It just sucked. It was not. It's kind of Murphy's Law, like the things that happen when they shouldn't happen are going to happen. It was one of those. And it sucks. And my 1-star moment was that experience and having to go upstairs and explaining to my nervous already mother-in-laws that the TV was just smoking downstairs and not to use it. Just 1-star situation. The good news, though, my lord of the land, my landlord, my lord of lands, Big James, within 5 days, Rip, he had a brand new 75-inch Sony installed just in time for football season. So I'm all set up. I went from a 60-inch Samsung to a 75-inch Sony. So all good things and good.
Some might think landlord James thought you intentionally set that fire to get the new one in time for Cowboys
dude. He lorded the lands, dude. TV's done. I sent him a picture of the smoke. He said, "I'll have a new one for you before the week's over." Like
I'm
a G.
Skeptical. My 1-star moment of the week. I got both of these are gonna be from Laughlin. This 1-star moment of the week. We had. I don't know if anybody knows, but I'm a pretty elite status at the Golden Nugget there in Laughlin. I haven't paid, not to brag, but I haven't paid for a room in like 3 years. Completely free, DK. Pay a little extra for
Get a free room, listeners, if you sign up for the newsletter.
Yeah, basically get an upgraded Riverview for about $30 a night. But anyway, so everyone in the league finds out I have a free room, so naturally you start getting questions. Can I stay with you? Can I stay in your room? I can't afford the $150. I don't want to pay for that or whatever. So ends up DK that 3 out of the 5 group in our traveling members of Laughlin stay in my free room. So there's 3 grown men in a room with 2 queen beds. Obviously, I get the one bed to myself. Two of the others who will go unnamed sleep together for 2 nights in the queen, maybe a double bed. But we won't talk about that anymore. Basically, the 1-star moment of the week is I find out it's going to be 3 of us staying in the room. So I make this rule that I say, if you
is it shitstorm and ass blood? Is it shitstorm and ass blood?
I'll tell you off air who.
Okay.
So I see there's 3 grown men staying in a room. I make a rule that there's no pooping allowed in the room. If you have to poop, you have to go downstairs to the lobby or to a restaurant.
Jailhouse, jail rules. Also, they should sit down and pee so pee doesn't get everywhere. Jailhouse rules.
Yeah, so these guys didn't understand. They were completely offended and actually took it as some sort of insult and made it the challenge themselves to poop even more, to break the rule as much as they can and to poop as much as possible to make the room miserable for everybody else, which is why 2 hours into the trip, the entire league group text got a nice zoom in shot of one of the members poops in the toilet, like you referenced earlier in the show. So basically, 1-star moment of the week.
Was that real AI or a photo grabbed? Don't lie.
100% real, unfortunately, for the three people who were in that room. And yeah, I might have to just lock the bathroom door next year because it can't happen again.
So it's very gross. It's probably about 13 and a half inches. Very, very gross to send on the text message with a lot of grown men, including a couple new members who were just looking for an update on the Colorado River. And that's what hit the text message. Imagine they're sitting at dinner with their families, looking at their text messages, and somebody looks over their shoulder.
I was just waiting for a little note on the text like Firecrotch has left the conversation and left the league, but fortunately
Left the
come,
league. S&T just probably lost his job because of that text.
Good thing Dez didn't have your phone. Then have you has Dez watched any videos on your phone yet? See, have we started screen time yet?
No screen time yet. No screen time for that man. He definitely will not be looking at 13-inch shits inside a Laughlin hotel that you got for free with 4 grown 50-year-olds. It just, the thought of it smells bad. Just me thinking of it smells terrible.
1-star moment of the entire summer for me.
Gross. Please, please, please don't host the next year's fantasy football draft in Laughlin. Please. Think about it. Think about it, Rip. Just think about it. You don't have to answer me now. Recommendations of the week. Anything that hit us nice, anything that we want to share with the world. I want to make it a point. This is not going to become a dad podcast, and I'm not going to do all things kids and dads, but this is just relevant, and it is by far the best recommendation that has came with a newborn, with a kid. No thanks to my homie Rip. Nobody told me this one. 0 people told me this one. This recommendation came from my good friend Trevor, and it was just in passing. It was in a casual thing, but it's by far the best baby advice. He said, "Hey man, I don't know if this will work for you, but with my kid, the best thing for soothing was sticking her head under the oven fan and light." And I thought, okay, I guess that makes sense. I guess I'll try to do that when I did it. You get to a point in some crying sessions when nothing's working. I've gone through all 4 tools, right? Rip, I'm using my voice now. My voice isn't working. I thought, all right, let me try this with Trevor. Trevor's sometimes good on advice, sometimes not. This one seemed like it could be 50-50 in my head. I didn't not think, but I also thought, why not? So take DK Jr., stick his head under the oven fan and light. First time, Rip, 1 for 1. It was like Kevin Kuzmanoff hitting a grand slam on my first AB, from screaming to dead quiet within bang, instantly. Within the next 2 minutes, he went down to one-eyed Willie. Within the next minute, we got the eye roll in the back of the head. 2 minutes later, I get a complete arm drop, and then the heart rate drops in the baby with an arm drop, all within about 6 to 8 minutes. The fucking oven fan, Rip. Who would have thought? So guess where you could find me at 2 a.m? Guess where Kimmy has found me more consistently in the last month than I've been this whole time? Your boy hanging out, listening to podcasts by the fucking oven fan. Who would have thought? Did you know about this?
That's a weird one. I've never heard of that. I'm having Winston do some research on it, whether that's safe or not.
Crazy.
Too close.
I wonder if any other listeners out there have experienced this or have had this wreck. It's nowhere. This is not even in the internet. You're not going to find this in Reddit rooms. It's like immediately done. You have a couple things going. You have the light. You have the sound, which is louder than any white noise machine or anything, and it's pulling. And then you have the mixture of the backsplash, which is like black and white things, right? So you're just getting, bam, put this baby in a, it's hard. If without milk, like I said, without number 1, without milk, we don't have any tools. Well, let me introduce you to the 5th tool, the oven fan.
Good work. If it works, I mean, you'll do anything to put the baby to sleep sometimes. So keep it going.
What do you have from your 2 kids of something that just worked? I know you talked about driving around for hours and hours and hours. That's a little bit older. You're not doing that with newborns.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was, I think I recommended the baby Bjorn to you guys. Like, I remember 2-hour walks in the park and this kid sleeping right on your chest there while you're getting your steps in. And yeah, that thing was a miracle for us. The 360, or no, it's called the Ergo Baby 360 is the one. I think you actually have it. I think I saw it in a
Yep,
picture that
yep,
you
we
sent.
got that one. Yeah, he's a little small for that one too, but we still throw him in some of those. That works too.
There's an
That
insert. There's an infant insert you can buy for like $20 and put in there. And so at his size now, I think you can put him in there. And then eventually, when they get bigger, you can turn them around so they can actually see what's in front of them rather than just
not
facing the
bad,
chest.
not bad. Give me a rec, Rip. What do you got for the people?
I have to go back to Laughlin, our 1 week a year there. It's everyone knows it's a magnificent town, but great restaurants. But to me, the number one, actually, really bad restaurants, DK, and
The
by
worst restaurants
default,
of all time. The worst pizza. I thought that I can't ever get bad pizza. Laughlin showed me that you can.
yeah, we stayed away from pizza this time. I actually went to an old favorite. I haven't had Outback Steakhouse in God, like probably 15 years, DK, the Bloomin' Onion. But we were going back and forth on where to make reservations for a Saturday night dinner. I actually reserved three places. I had reservations at three places because we were so undecided. We at Outback ended up winning out, so we ended up eating at Outback. Got the Bloomin' Onion for the table. That thing was gone within 5 minutes. We all ordered steaks. I think now Outback to me is back. It's the best restaurant in Laughlin, and the steak was amazing. I got steak and grilled shrimp from Outback. Haven't had since probably 2004. Amazing dinner, DK. Outback is
Versus
back.
the 1 star experience you had at Bubba Grumps where you had shrimp with that still had the shit in the shrimp.
Yes, we'll never go back to that place ever. Let the
So you
raccoons
think
eat
Outback's
everything there.
back?
I probably won't have it for another 15 years, or unless the next time I go back to
The real
Laughlin.
question is, would you take your kids to Outback?
I gotta see the kids menu there. I don't. That's a good question. They have baked potatoes. They might eat a baked
Yeah, I think
potato.
it's actually pretty good for. I think it's good for cheap fats like you guys. Cheap fats love it, and I think it's actually good for introductions to going out to dinner with the kids because who cares what they do in those booths? You know, like make a mess, make noise, whatever. It's Outback. That's your rec. Outback.
Outback Steakhouse, baby. Bring it
Embarrassing.
back into your life.
Embarrassing as usual. Glad we're back giving people some valuable information, man. Um, it doesn't make me want to try it at all. The last time I had it was also 15 years ago, but I had it coming off of a 25-mile hike, and it was one of the better meals I've ever had in my life. So you're right, Rip. It's all situational. You'd rather have Outback in Laughlin than In-N-Out Burger.
For a nice dinner, yes, but In-N-Out always hits the spot for like a lunch or
Yeah, it
a
always does.
drunk
Well, let's
dinner.
test our friendship. 30 years, man. It's time to unbox some Homage shirts, our new sponsor. Check our social media for week one. We'll put a link in there to get a discount on all your shirts as you're getting ready for the NFL season. But as we started this partnership, we wanted to gift each other some gear and think of each other in our 30-year friendship. Rip, what went through your mind as I opened this box here? What went through your mind as you were putting these three shirts together? You curated these shirts for me.
One will be obvious, and two, I'm glad that I got it now. You spent some time in this area, and I also see the best member of the team on your fantasy team. So I'm glad you ended up with this guy. It's going to make a lot more sense when you open up these shirts.
All right, all right. So Homage, man, founded in 2007 in Columbus, Ohio. Great company, the best shirts in the game for really any kind of shirt that you need. But we love personalizing shirts and we love sports shirts. So let's get into it. Shirt number one, opening it right now. It is looks like Arizona State colors, yellow and actually, no, these are Washington Redskins colors. These are Washington Commanders colors. The district, Washington Commanders, the district, fucking cool.
Your
As in Washington
guy,
D.C., but it says the district. Very cool. Do not see this one on the streets that much. I will be wearing this. This will get dapped up on the streets. The district.
your
Uh,
guy, Jaden Daniels is your fantasy quarterback, so
I
you can
mean,
rep him.
homage. I like calling it Chocolate City, but I think the district is better for 1 stars to call it. And I'm going to start saying that with this shirt, man. Great one. Great color. It's ASU color too. Number two. All right. Oh, this looks like it's a hoodie. So you get t-shirts and hoodies at Homage. We have a go-to hoodie here. Opening up, it is gray. It smells wonderful as I take it out of the packaging here. Once again, you can get a discount link on our social media. Give us a follow and check out what they have, especially as you get ready for football season. This is like a speckled gray. What this color kind of reminds me of, Rip, is the Arizona Cardinals new jerseys. Did you see those that have the kind of the speckles in them?
Yeah, the sandstorm
Yeah, the
jersey.
sandstorm, just kind of reverse sandstorm. So your style is on point with this. Oh, the hoodie looks nice. Oh, nice tightening of the hoodie. Gray sandstorm. Oh, straight cash homie, which is a lot of things, but it's been my fantasy football name for 20 years. Randy Moss's nickname, and just a cool ass hoodie rip. Uh, Very cool. So one Commanders unique because we like unique. One personalized hoodie, man. You nailed it. Thank you.
The best thing about these homage hoodies and t-shirts is the softness of the material is clearly like top-notch material. And also, I mean, obviously the designs, they have thousands of them on their website. I spent hours looking for the two perfect ones to fit for you, and I hope I nailed it. We'll see. We'll see how often you wear them up there, but yeah, they got so much good stuff. We're gonna have a link for you in our show notes about where you can go to Homage and buy your own stuff to support the One Star Recruits. It's a new partnership we're excited about. One of the best t-shirt companies in the game. Great hoodies, great gear. So homage.com. We'll send a link in the show notes for everybody to go get their gear.
Hey, homage, man. Cool. New sponsor, new stuff. Gosh, I love this t-shirt, man. The district. I had a thought that I wanted old school Washington Redskins gear more to have in my elements, because remember, I only rep teams that I have some kind of life acquaintance with. Rip, I lived in Northern Virginia for 3 months. I'm allowed to rep this team according to my rules. So you nailed it, man, across the board. You like Jaden Daniels as a quarterback pick? Did I go too early on him?
I had him last year. He was amazing. A little bit worried about they had such a miracle run and season last year, the Hail Marys and comebacks and everything else. But he's the man. He's so young and he's so fast and good. I don't think you can go wrong with that guy.
Rips reacts, hit the music. Rip our Arizona State Sun Devils, ranked Arizona State Sun Devils, who just whooped Northern Arizona University's booty, as expected, are going to hit the road for the next 2 games. First stop in Mississippi State, Hattiesburg. Mississippi State, Rip loves swinging those cowbells. Cowbells for football games. I saw Coach Dillingham had cowbells out at practice to get the guys ready for cowbells. Let me ask you this. Cowbells, fun and help the home team, or just annoying as shit?
If you're the home team, they're fun and they help the home team. If you're the road team, they're annoying as shit. Come up with something new, though, man. That thing was played out in Sacramento 20 years ago, so I want to hear something new.
Sacramento, you tied Mississippi State football, who's been doing this for 200 years, to the Sacramento Kings, who did this for 1 season?
That was a national story. Mississippi State, nobody knows about. Come on. Dak
Prescott, what a slap. I hate him. Even if I was a Mississippi fantasy to take a holder, I don't know if you've rang a cowbell in somebody's ear or right behind them. No worse sound in the world. Get him out of football. Nobody wants him. Rip, 5-time NBA All-Star John Wall announced his retirement. He earned nearly $300 million throughout his 14-year career. Does getting drafted by the Washington Wizards guarantee you an unsuccessful pro career?
Oh, it guarantees you a rough start. I'll tell you that much. The best thing that could happen is you play pretty well, fringe playoff team, probably more like a lottery team, but then you get traded after 2 or 3 years and your career takes off from there.
Let's hope that for Corey Kispert. I can't think of one player. Can you give me one player who was drafted by Washington who's had a successful pro career?
I mean, it's got to say John Wall and Bradley Beal are the 2 most recent ones, but they ended up on other teams too.
They're not successful at all, by the way, Rip, either. Not even one playoff win, whatever it was. Not successful. Change it up, Washington. It's time. This is the last stand. John Wall's gone. Clean slate, start over. One of the worst franchises in all of sports. Rip, at the U.S. Open in Queens, New York, Flushing, Queens, one of the biggest draw is it's called the COQODAQS's, which I think is a company. Kodak. Am I saying that right? Have you heard of this company?
Never.
Kodak. COQODAQ. Winston, look it up. They are selling a $100 chicken nugget box. It features a caviar, cream fresh, pickled daikon, and scallions. $100. 6 chicken nuggets with caviar. Smash or pass?
Pass. I could see myself buying those for my kid and him just biting half of one and hating it and just wasting money. I mean, I would obviously eat them, but yeah, $100. Get out of here.
Burning that $100. People are so dumb at these tennis events. They do it for the gram. The gram has messed up all food items. Best food in the world is going to be your local food place, bro. The best food that I've shown anybody in Portland, I've taken them to all the food carts. We go to all the places in Portland when they come. Now, 3 out of 5 people who said what's the best thing has been the small Mexico City taco spot down the street for me, where the taco costs $2. Keep it cheap, people. Rip, Archie Manning stepped out last week, took an L to Ohio State. Ton of new players on that Ohio State team. Archie did make some missed throws late in the fourth quarter, and now folks are saying dude is overrated. He has San Jose State coming up next week. You holding your stock in Archie Manning Island, Rip? How many tutties does this guy throw against San Jose State? 13?
I'm holding my stock. He probably couldn't ask for a tougher environment to make his season debut in Columbus there against the defending national champs. Yeah, San Jose State. I mean, they're probably going to put up 55. Yeah, I'd say 4 touchdowns 3 touchdowns in the air, 2 rushing for Arch next Saturday.
Anthony Richardson's been demoted. Daniel Jones signed a 1-year, $14 million deal for the Indianapolis Colts and named a captain. Will be starting. Feels like the end for Anthony Richardson, Rip. Better team for Anthony Richardson next year. Miami Dolphins or Las Vegas Raiders?
I got to say Miami. I believe he's from there. I believe he's from South Florida. Homecoming for him. He needs a fresh start. I mean, he could still be a really good fantasy player. He's got some work to do to be a good real life quarterback, but I'm not ready to call him a bust just yet.
I'll put him in the bust list. That guy will be out of the league next year. Huge shout out to Rick Eisen. Had a wonderful return to Sports Center on Monday. It was great. He's so much fun. One of my favorites. I'm eclectic, Rick. I'm old school. I do really love me some Rich Eisen. Big shout out. Shout out to our guy Dickie V, who is cancer free once again with all of his tests. God, it felt good to be back, man. Felt good to be back. Season 7. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. As usual, wherever you listen to your podcast, hop on, give us 5 stars. Give us a comment on the shirt that Rip got me. Give us a comment on any takes that I had on NFL players. If you're a Chicago Bears fan and you believe in Rashawn Johnson, throw it in the comments. It's the thing that helps us out the most. We're going to keep this going, and we'll be back next week. 1-star recruits.
See you next week. Peace. Hopefully.